Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Are you there? That's why I do the show, because you're there. And I appreciate that. I like to try to inform, entertain, and educate you a little bit. If you've been following the chaos that surrounds the Jersey City Board of Education, you have to be amazed. I've been following the Board of Education, I guess, for about 25, 26 years, however long I've been doing the civic and good government shows, going back to the Jersey City talking radio show. That's like 1998, I guess. What it was. I've never seen it this dysfunctional. Mayor Fulop, whether he likes to or not, and I realize he has very little say or sway over the Board of Education in Jersey City. They're elected, it's a free and clear election. It's not an appointed board, but boy, should we have an appointed board there. But people have to be held accountable. It's pretty bad when the union is trying to tell members that they endorsed, listen, guys, you got to calm this down. You got to start working together, or you're going to have the state step in. I think the only thing that can possibly cure this now is the state. Every meeting, it's another like military coup that's going on there. Elections are held. What are we on? Our third vice president now in the last month or so? If you watch John Heiness's show, Hudson County Live, I produced that. He's had the president and past presidents on the Board of Ed. Who was the president? We're not sure. It all has to stop. These are the people who are running our school system. They are the people who are in charge of our children's education, the children of Jersey City. They are the people who are in charge of $1 billion plus budget. Now, it's amazing that when all these trustees get there, nobody ever says, we should really look at this budget. Yeah, we do a little forensic accounting here to find out what the hell is costing $1 billion. I know, I think it was a year or so ago when it was approaching the $1 billion budget. I looked at my elementary school, PS23 school on Broadway. I think it costs $54 million a year to run PS23 school on Broadway. That's insane. But whatever Mayor Fulop has to do, if he has to withhold the school tax money that is collected via the property taxes, he needs to do that to force the state to get involved. Let the state force Fulop to give the money. At least we get the state's attention, saying there is a real problem here. This is dysfunctional what's going on at the Board of Education. And again, it's our children, the city's children, and it's $1 billion plus budget. Yeah, we've got to have people to administer that and to run our schools. Our topics today, well, it's what everybody's talking about. There's no more line. There is no more county line. It's gone for now, at least for the Democrats. For some reason, the Republicans can still have the county line, so that has to be addressed. We'll get into that. There's a lot to discuss there on what's happening. And if time permits, I'll get into the CarePoint hospital saga here in Hudson County affecting Bayonne Hospital, Christ Hospital, and Hoboken Hospital. But first, we have to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Don't forget the stuff on the bottom of the screen. Love us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on live stream and Vimeo and Twitter and Instagram and whatever. Someday I'll do TikTok, doing little dancing videos. A lot of people got that TikTok, even though the government's looking to knock them out. All right. The line is no more. There'll be no more line here for New Jersey. We were the only state that still had what is referred to as the county line. I'm sure you follow this on the news. Judge has ruled that it's unconstitutional. Andy Kim, who's running for Senate in New Jersey, filed the suit. But you've had voices in the past who were against the line. Mayor Steve Fulop in Jersey City is one of the leading voices against in defense of abolishing the line. And there were some others. Right now, now that the line has been abolished for now, there are a lot of people taking credit for it. But really, it's Andy Kim, Mayor Fulop, those kind of guys who have been against it for a long time. Mayor Fulop never used the line. He never needed it. He won offline. Bill O'Day is another one that won offline. Anthony Romano, another commissioner. You could win offline, but you had to make sure you were a good candidate. You had a good catalog of accomplishments. It could be done. But the judge ruled last week that the county line is unconstitutional, but only for the Democrats, it seemed. And apparently the GOP, the Republicans, can still have the county line. I don't know how that decision was made, since our county clerk, we don't have a Republican county clerk or a Democratic county clerk. He's got to do the ballots and put out the ballots for the election and mail them out. You can't have two different setups, a county line for the Republicans and no county line for the Dems. There are approximately 17 county clerks that filed challenges to the judge's ruling. Since then, I think 2 dropped out. One of us, ours, Hudson County, Junior Maldonado, the county clerk of Hudson County. After a discussion with this before mentioned Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop and Commissioner, I think Bill's the 2nd district in Hudson County, Bill O'Day, who's also running for mayor of Jersey City. After reaching out and consulting with the county clerk, Junior Maldonado decided in his official position to remove himself from the challenge to the judge's decision. What's amazing about this is Mayor Fulop is one of 12 Hudson County mayors. Again, Mayor Fulop never ran with the Hudson County line. He did get the endorsement of the 8th CDO immediately when he announced he's running for governor. And Bill O'Day, who's always been at odds with the 8th CDO, he's run on the line, he's run off the line. The 8th CDO just recently endorsed Jim McGreevey, most of the mayors of the 8th CDO, with the exception, I think, of Steve Fulop. Was it Robbie? I don't think Robbie endorsed it, whatever the case is. So a consultation occurred between Bill O'Day and Steve Fulop, the mayor of Jersey City, Bill O'Day, the commissioner, and Junior Maldonado. And Junior took their advice and dropped himself from the case, dropped the county of Hudson. There was no conversations with the 11 mayors or the chairman of the 8th CDO that I know of, or was there any conversation with the other 8 Hudson County commissioners, nor was there a conversation, as I understand it, with the chairman of the Hudson County commissioners. It was just these 3, Junior Maldonado, Mayor Stephen Fulop, and Commissioner Bill O'Day, who's running for mayor. For some reason, they were the only voices involved. And of course, Fulop has been against the line for quite a while, so sure, he was against the county of Hudson being part of the challenge. And Bill O'Day is, like I said, he didn't get the endorsement there. And, most of the HCDO is going with Jim McGreevey as it stands now. I would be very surprised if that is the case going forward, because we're about, I think it's 19 months out for the election for Jersey City mayor. It's amazing we have campaigns 2 years out. This is like, we're so far at it. It's the kind of time frame you would go with a run for governor. It makes sense for a run for governor. You got to run all around the state. 500 plus municipalities you got to hit. But nobody else had any discussion, from what I understand, with Junior Maldonado, except the 2 people that are probably most against the county line. Now let's go. Let's go with the line. There will be no line. Again, there's still going to be challenges to it. There's no more line, and let's say that Trenton won't come up with a new version of the county line, because Trenton is where whatever the future is of a ballot or a line or our elections are going to be conducted is going to come from Trenton. The judge isn't doing that. The judge ruled it unconstitutional. So now there has to be a new ballot, a new way of doing our elections. And it will come from New Jersey. First off, there's always everybody saying, we're the only ones that had a county line. It's as if the other 49 states had the exact same method of elections and ballots and all. That's not the case. They differed greatly from state to state, just that we did have the county line. And we're still the only state where you can't pump your own gas. But it worked for us for the longest time. And I really disagree with the argument that you couldn't win off the county line, because you could. Bill O'Day and Stick Romano are proof of that. But it's not as if there's one size that fits all ballot or election system that is used in the other 49 states. It's not. There's all sorts of different. You see it when there's a presidential election. You see all the differences. We've got to figure out what our ballot and how our elections are going to be held going forward. But right now, let's break for commercial. We'll pick this up when we come back. You're watching The City Show, and we'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Now, like I said, there is not one ballot or election system that is used all throughout the country. There are different ballots. There's different, there's some states use the rank. There's differences all over. And the other thing is, when the line was abolished, they didn't abolish the organizations. The various organizations throughout the state, there's 21 counties, so there's 21 Democratic organizations, unless you have some eternal fighting, there could be more Democratic organizations. But we're going to concentrate on the Democrats right now because they're the ones that lost the line. The GOP still has their line, which I'm sure that's going to be a contention of challenging the judge's decision. The local organizations aren't going to disappear because there's no lines. There'll be, in our case, it's the HCDO in Hudson County. There will be no, well, that's it. Let's all go home. We're all free. All you committee people and various officials at the HCDO. No, the organization is still going to be there. Now, it may be a new set of rules and be a new business model, but it's still going to be there. It is the dominant organization in Hudson County, the HCDO. Organizations locally, like I said, the HCDO and what they'll do, they're involved with funding and getting the vote out. They'll probably have to step that up a bit. All the seated mayors and the county are still part, and all the county officials are still part of the HCDO, as far as I know. Even Mayor Fulop is part of the HCDO. They're all still members of the group. The group is still here, the organization. Now, there'll be some changes. It's not like all the HCDO members are all free agents now. There's no guidance anymore. We don't know what we're going to do. No, they're still an organization. There are still chairmen, there's vice chairs, there's treasurers. The whole organization is still in place. And now that the line has been considered unconstitutional, there was talk about, should we go back and look at some other elections? I doubt if we're going to do any redo of recent elections. They will stand as they are. And going forward, if the line is completely abolished, we'll see what happens with the challenges that will be brought forward. County elections, they're never going to be nonpartisan, I guess. The ballot will be different, but the HCDO is still going to be the dominant organization. So it will be like how we do in the municipal elections. Well, that's nonpartisan, and the HCDO would be floating in the background. But now I think the HCDO, in this new world without the line, they're going to have to become more involved in all the local elections. I can see bracketing. You do that in Jersey City where you bracket candidates together. I think we could see possibly bracketing the entire HCDO ticket under the slogan of HCDO. Not the line, but they're all there together. If you could bracket in the municipal elections, we do it in Jersey City. I don't see why in whatever the final result of what our ballots are going to be with and what election system we're going to embrace. Are we going to embrace the majority of what the other systems are used throughout the 50 states and other territories? I don't know. That's still to be decided. One of the problems with this decision, it is so close to the primary, and ballots have to be printed. Right now, we have no idea what those ballots will look like. They still have to be designed. I doubt if anybody on the Hudson County clerk's end was designing a alternate ballot. So that all has to be done. It has to be approved by the Board of Elections, probably the state of New Jersey, and then it's got to go to a printer. Then all the proofs have to be done. So there's probably a lot of work. I'm surprised that this primary will be affected by it. And I'm surprised that the judge didn't kick it back to Trenton to make a decision, because the bottom line is Trenton will be the one who will decide what the future of elections will look like here in New Jersey. There may not be a line, but if it's up to Trenton, I'm sure there'll be something similar to a line. Like I said, it might be a case where we bracket all the candidates. Again, the organizations aren't going away. Whether it's the HCDO or the Essex version of the Essex Democratic Organization or the Bergen Democratic Organization, those organizations are all going to remain. Like I said, I could see bracketing going on. Money will be the new line. And one thing these organizations, well-entrenched organizations, can do, even without the line, is raise money. And they'll probably have to step that up. Because in Hudson County, anyway, really, the HCDO was kind of like on cruise control. That's probably going to have to change. We'll get into that. But the HCDO, as the organization, can raise money. It can get the vote out. That's really the job of these organizations. I don't know how much that was done in the past. Where there was the group, and then you had the local affiliates below it. I think without the line, that's going to change greatly. You're going to see a new business model for the local organization, as in our case, the HCDO. They have a further reach. The HCDO will have a further reach of any kind of funding than any solo candidate or like the progressive candidates in Hudson County. There will be no match for the funding and get the vote out capabilities of the HCDO. So the organization will still be the dominant. And again, we got to see what these elections will look like, what the ballot's going to look like, what is the future of elections here. And it's going to come pretty quick. At least right now, we have a primary in June, so we've got to get these ballots set up so you'll get an idea of what the future will look like. But eventually, that decision will be made by our elected representatives in Trenton. But right now, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, Our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
You're watching The City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? As I was saying, there's going to be changes. First change is we're going to stay with the HCDO and the ballot, the No More County line. We won't be getting to Care Point. I'm already in my third segment here. The HCDO is going to have to change how they operate. It's not going to be a case where once a year they had the HCDO barbecue and who's ever running a fundraiser would slap the HCDO logo on there. It's going to have to change. They're going to have to get very involved in all these elections to raise funds and get that vote out. They're going to have to get very involved with all the local Democratic organizations. We have the Hudson County Democratic Organization. Below that, you have like the Jersey City Democratic Organization, the Bayonne. They're all under the umbrella of the HCDO. The new organizations, in our case, again, the HCDO, they're going to have to hold probably monthly committee meetings. You have to bring these committee people up to speed on what is going on in the county and what's going on in their municipalities and listen to them to find out what's going on in those municipalities and in those districts. HCDO committee members, they're now going to have to be recognized. They're going to have to be empowered. When I was a kid, committee people had a lot of power. Now, you don't even know who your committee people are. They have to be empowered. This way they can enact changes in their districts, in their community, in their neighborhoods, in their towns or city. That's what these committee people should be doing. County organizations will have to oversee all the local umbrella organizations. It's going to be a real corporate chart where the locals are going to have to report to the HCDO. So the days of, where it has some political people in there, unless they're really good at what they do, you can't have them there. You can't stumble around. The lack of a line is a new day. It's a new organization. There's new organization opportunities, and it's a way to right some wrongs. Those opportunities, again, is to establish a real functioning organization that serves, in our case, all 12 municipalities in Hudson County. Managing in the no county line will be a real job. And an important one. And again, it includes all those committee people. They have to be recognized. They have to be empowered because those are the people who are going to get that vote out. Now remember, the HCDO, all the candidates that fall under the umbrella of the HCDO, that they would endorse are candidates like on a county level. You got the county exec, you got the county sheriff, you got the county register, you got the county surrogate, you got the 9 commissioners. All of them are members of the HCDO. I think every one of them that I just mentioned are members of the HCDO. On the state level, you got your state senators and your assembly people. As I go over the roster of them right now, they're all HCDO members. They will still be HCDO members. All of those are members of the HCDO. Then you get into the municipal, where you have your mayor, your council, or depending on the form of government, commissioners, school board. These are all the elections and candidates that the HCDO is going to have to get involved with on a regular basis. I don't want to say a daily basis, but it probably will happen. It will become, there's a new model, there's a new business model coming without the county line. Going to have to earn it. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to work with those committee people. You're going to have to work with the assembly, the state, the municipalities. Where it's a nonpartisan election, fine, but they're still going to be in the back, trying to get that vote out, trying to get funding for their candidates and stay at many steps ahead of those solo candidates or those smaller political organizations. In this case, I'll say the progressives, the progressive Democrats or the social Democrats of Hudson County. You have to stay ahead of them. So when a reorganization starts in June, in the light that there's no county line, you're going to have to take a real good hard look at who's running the HCDO. And, hopefully Anthony Venieri stays there and he is supported by a very good crew of people below him, because it is going to be a new era. It's going to be a new day in Hudson County and for the HCDO. But it's a whole new world of election cycle and how they're going to be conducted. And it's going to have to be worked. It's going to have to be planned. They're going to have to enact strategies. All these things are going to have to happen without that county line. Again, I'm not a big believer that you couldn't win off the line, because I was there with Bill O'Day when he ran off the line. I was there with Anthony Romano when he ran offline. And in Romano, his opponent even had the blessings of Dawn Zimmer that time. They thought Anthony was out, but no, Anthony was a hard campaigner and a good portfolio of accomplishments. You can win off the line. It certainly helps to have an organization behind you. And that's really what the line is. It's an organization. There are candidates who would like to have the seat, but they're not part of that organization. There is something to be said for the support of the organization. You have the county line, you have the funding, you have the get out the vote, and you have the well of campaign experiences from the members of the HCDO. You look at people like Brian Stacker or Nick Sacco, or even Steve Fulop. These guys have won a lot of elections. They've won a lot of not only their elections, they've won elections for their commissioners and their school boards and their township commissioners and county commissioners. There is a lot to be said about having the organization. So anybody thinks it's a whole new world, well, there's no line anymore. We got a shot. You got a shot. You always had a shot. Just that now there's no line, but there will still be those organizations, those political organizations. They're still going to be there. They probably just have to double down on what they need to do to run that organization. There's a lot of the line without the county now. There's a lot on. No, I read that wrong. There's a lot on the line without the county line now. We'll see how the HCDO and the other state organizations react. You're watching The City Show. I'm out of time. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.